Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams one-coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 8/21 through 9/3.
Welcome back to Talkin' Shit, where we are talking all sorts of shit. Schitt's Creek, that is. I'm Jess Sterling, and today we are talking about Season 6, Episode 6, The Wingman. And of course, I am joined by someone whose sweater really brings out his lips. Stuart! Stuart, how are you?
I mean, if black sweaters will bring out someone's lips, sure. I mean, it's all I'm ever found in. But yeah, it certainly do bring out Patrick's, as well as that teeny, tiny little shirt that brought out his arms. Brought his friends to play, apparently.
His sleeves need to pick a lane. Short, long, pick a lane, Patrick. Yeah, this episode was fun. I mean, listen, I'm going to be hard pressed to have many negative things to say about a Bob episode. You know, like it's a Bob episode. What's not to love?
I mean, yeah, it's a Bob episode, but I also think this is like a quintessential Schitt's Creek episode. Like, I feel like it hits all of the things that you want from an episode. Like, it's really funny, pushes the plot forward. It's kind of like quite emotional. I think there are solid ABC plots. Like, I mean, not to like jump the gun here, I think it's one of the best episodes of Schitt's Creek. Just gonna say that, like, really early on. I was riding high on this episode.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if, again, because earlier in the season, expectations were like, they were low.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not sure if maybe it's like compensating for that, and maybe I'm like, yeah, this is fantastic. I've been eating gruel, and now I'm having something with flavor. But I came away watching this for the second time and was cackling to myself because of just the jokes that I knew were coming up, and also like when they hit, I was like, that was really, really freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it has some really funny stuff. I think the thing that this episode really has going for it is they do a really great job at utilizing the side characters this episode, right? Like, we get Jake popping back up, and you know, the self-referential stuff on this show always gets me. Like, we have Bob and Ronnie and Roland all doing the most, and their comedy work, it's like so snappy, so quick. That all killed me. And then we have a little bit more of like the serious stuff with Alexis, like having to make a big decision. I do think this episode kind of hits on all angles. Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about it. My guy Bob. We even got a Bob jog. We even got it's kind of like a Bob. It wasn't necessarily joggy.
So but it's not a jog then. It's a Bob walk.
But he did the clap at the end. Like, he got me, you know?
A clap does not a jog make, Jessica. Like, I'm sorry.
It was like a jaunty
Your definition
walk.
of jog is getting so wide to accommodate this man's quirk and eccentricities.
It was a jaunty walk.
A jaunty walk. A Bob jaunty walk doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
But anyway, all right, let me do a quick little recap at the top in case people didn't rewatch the episode. The Attack of the Crows video is a viral sensation, and Alexis and Moira are smart enough to call it a coordinated PR stunt. Moira makes a morning talk show appearance, and Alexis is overwhelmed with praise and flowers from unappreciative Interflix. This would all be incredible if not for Alexis's plans to join Ted in the Galapagos. Thankfully, Ted tells Alexis not to come. The dorm room is being invaded by red ants, and she has too much going on with her career to fully enjoy her time with him in the Galapagos Islands. So, I don't know, good news, bad news, Alexis is staying in Schitt's Creek. Meanwhile, David and Patrick get invited to Jake's, yes, that Jake's place for a quote-unquote whiskey. And they decide that maybe they want a quote-unquote whiskey. They're supposed... They're surprised to find out that they weren't the only ones invited to imbibe in said whiskey. And of course, Stevie is there.
Hot.
Poor Bob needs some help. Gwen is off gallivanting with her male cousins, which I have just so many questions about.
Not hot.
And Bob has been staying with Ronnie, who is really tired of his moping. With the help of Johnny and Roland, they take Bob out on the town to try and pick up a woman. Due to Ronnie's excellent wingwomanship, they're able to get Bob chatting with a woman who has car trouble. So yay, Bob! Yay, Bob! That's our episode.
Yay, Bob! No game. He's got no game whatsoever.
He's
Bob.
depressed, Stuart.
I don't care. There's like, come on. Like if you're going out and you've got like 3 potential like wing people by your side, like urging you on, you surely something's got to work, right? Thank the heavens for Ronnie, because if it wasn't for Ronnie, like they would have been floundering. Because I think like you're right. He's depressed. It's right for him to not to have game, but Johnny should have game. Like Johnny's like a former bazillionaire, like managed to bag Moira. Like surely there's some game there, like somewhere.
See, the problem though is my argument would be, I mean, Johnny has had some problems. Like he is endearing. He doesn't always say the right thing. And I think this is true for literally anybody who's been married for as long as Johnny has. He's been out of the dating game for a very long time. I think when you're putting yourself back out there and like trying to give people advice and tips and all that stuff, he's rusty. You know, like I've been married for a number of years now. I wouldn't be particularly good at giving people any advice. My advice would be like, I don't know, find a friend that you also think is hot. And like, there you go, you know, like good on ya. I don't have great dating advice to shell out. And I think the thing is, Stuart, let's be real. Okay, we've heard from Moira a little bit about how her and Johnny got together.
Yeah.
She pulled a move on him. I feel like Moira is the aggressor in that sort of, she's the pursuer. The aggressor, the pursuer. I think that Johnny is being pursued. I don't think he's doing much in the way of like picking up Moira.
So then Johnny should do the rightful thing, which is get Moira to be the wing woman to this whole situation. Can you imagine if Moira was at that bar? I think that would actually tip this episode over into being just stellar.
Yeah.
I think that was the only thing that could maybe have improved it. Because, yeah, if Moira is the pursuer, does that mean that Moira's got game? Or
Remember the finger trick? She runs the finger down the back.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we saw
Moira
the whole tutorial.
Definitely has game. I think that Johnny is very endearing and very sweet, and he is the typical like guy you bring home to your mom. You know, like he is very sweet. He's well intentioned. I don't think he's necessarily like a guy who's going to be able to teach you how to pick up a woman or how to have a one night stand. Like I'm thinking of, have you seen the movie Crazy Stupid Love with Steve Carell and Ryan Gosling?
Oh, yes.
He is the Steve Carell. Like he is the guy who wears New Balance sneakers. And like
David Lindhagen cucked
David
me.
cucked me. Yeah. He's the one who has the Velcro wallet. You know, like he needs help.
Oh, yeah.
He needs help. I don't, and I'm not, listen, of all the 3 that are helping him, right? We have Roland, we have Ronnie, and we have Johnny. Ronnie has the most game, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I mean, who's surprised by that, really? Like, Ronnie is the most personable out of all of them. Like, if you think, like, Johnny, like, out of the game for a while and stuff. I feel like he should have game, but, like, whatever, I'm willing to accept that he doesn't. Roland absolutely has no game whatsoever. Like,
he can only get someone like Jocelyn, and he's lucky.
Yeah, he's the luckiest guy in the world. Yeah. But yeah, like it makes sense that Ronnie would like have game. Ronnie is like personable, funny, knows how to rib people. And I think that's like an element of like good games. You've got to be able to like poke people a little bit and like just
she's negging. Like, she's negging. Yeah, I think some
she
of the time.
Absolutely would neg someone. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Ronnie. MVP. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend like literally anybody else deserves this simply the best point when like it's so obviously is Ronnie this episode.
We've so front loaded this episode.
I don't care. She earned it. Like everything about Ronnie this episode is excellent. I think she gives incredible advice to Bob, right? Like, oh, I just met someone, I'm going to go home with them, but BT Dubs, their friend has car trouble, Bob. Teed them all up for you. Go on over there. She is very anti let's all act like Bob has made some incredible joke, but not actually give him context for why all of us are laughing hysterically. Like, that's a dumb idea because the person is going to ask, oh, what's so funny? Get a joke ready. Get something ready. Like, come on. I feel like this is like amateur hour over here with Roland and Johnny. The other thing that's so great about Ronnie is she gives Bob great advice, honestly. She says, you need to be yourself. You need to just, you don't need to be 100% yourself all the time, Bob. Like, if you're a little mopey and a little sad, you don't need to project that, but you do want to just be who you are. I do think Johnny gives solid advice of like, make them laugh. I think that is key. Humor is key. But also I took a screenshot of one of my favorite Ronnie poses in the entire series. And I've brought it here today. What a queen. What an icon. This is when Roland jokes about how Johnny, like, cause she says, oh, what is it? Johnny says something about like, make jokes, make them laugh. And Roland's like, how have you been married for so long? And I think this is like the pose that Ronnie does.
Ronnie gives like a proper guttural, like, ha. Like, Ronnie really loves Roland's humor. And I think it's a really like underplayed like thing because like Ronnie often like gives off this vibe that she is much like us, is in the camp of just Roland is annoying at times and is a bit of a buffoon. But I think Ronnie still does, kind of like me, find Roland's humor occasionally very, very funny. As lowbrow as it is. Like, there's something to Roland's just taking the lowest hanging fruit of a joke and just being like, oh, it's almost like, well, I know you are, but what am I? Like, it's that level of just simplicity with the comedy that I have to appreciate because it's just, I mean, it's an endearing attempt. I just so happy with herself here.
She's so great. I love her. She has a really great episode. So I do think of all of the people that are helping Bob in this endeavor. Listen, Johnny gave him a suit. So personally, I think wearing clothes that fit is better than wearing a suit that's too small. But that's just me.
Fair point.
Yeah, that's just me. But I think Ronnie does such a great job. She's like, go over, talk to her, be yourself, have a mint. Like, yeah, exactly.
Your breath stinks, have a mint.
Always accept a mint if someone is offering, okay? Because either they're just being kind and like they're taking one so they'll offer you one, or your breath stinks. So like, have a mint.
That's I mean, yeah, I can't argue against that. Yeah, if someone offers you a mint, it makes total sense to take it. Because you don't want to be like, no, and then for them to correct you and go, no,
you need
take
one.
A mint. Like, yeah, you don't want that.
Always take one. So yeah, I just think Ronnie does the best job. Roland actually did have me laughing quite a bit though this episode. I do think he was very funny.
I mean,
especially the final
scene
thing.
Like I was thinking the $1 million in the suit scene, and it was like, well, you should do. The guy that had it lost one. So stupid and so mean and horrible, but very funny and witty. Like, eat the rich, like mock the millionaires while you can stuff. But at the end as well, like he was funny at the end, wasn't he?
It was like a joke a minute when I think Johnny says like, oh, they used to call me the closer. Well, that was probably what women used to close out their tabs and go home when you came into the bar. And then Johnny says we should get out of here, which is what women used to say to each other when they saw you walking through the door. I'm not setting you up anymore, Roland, which is what your matchmaker said. Like, it's joke after joke after joke. He's on a roll here. He's on a roll, and he does a great job this episode. I do think he was very funny.
I'm not going to forgive you for he's on a Roland, though. As much as I just said that I have to admire, like, even someone clutching for low-hanging fruit of jokes, that's too far, Jess. That joke fell to the floor and was on the ground.
Can we talk about the fact that Gwen's male cousins are in town? What does that mean?
Is it just a freaky thing, or is it just a bad excuse? Like, surely it must be a bad excuse, and Gwen's just
another one of her male cousins is visiting. What does that mean? Like, are they kissing cousins, or like What is it?
That's why I'm hoping it's not. I'm hoping that it's just her saying, "Oh, like it's my male cousin. So if you see a guy over, don't be moping around and being all sad, Bob, or hit the roof and burn the place down." Like it's explainable and it's not nefarious, because it sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping it's that. If it's freaky deaky cousin kissing stuff, no, thank you. Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
None of that Game of Thrones stuff here, thanks.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Because it doesn't seem like Gwen cares about Bob's feelings very much, right? Like she's having religious experiences with like pastors. She's trying to take the house from him.
Though. I mean, the house is the house. I mean, like if you're gonna fight over something, fight over property. But like, I feel like the religious experience was said to
Jocelyn,
other people, and they're passing it on at least. So maybe I don't know. Maybe she's trying to shelter him. I don't know.
Just interesting.
Again, it just adds to the
allure
mystique of Gwen, not the allure. That's for her cousin.
Gwen in her rubber dress. Yeah, baby. Do you subscribe to the Charlotte York theory of how long it should take you to get over a relationship? Do you know what this
is some equation? I think we talked about it before, but I can't remember what it is.
It is like half the time that you were dating for. So if you were dating for 6 months, it should take you 3 months to be over. You should be over a breakup by 3 months later.
I feel like there's a period where that is applicable, and it's not for a really short relationship and it's not for a really long relationship. It's for like one that's like,
right, because if you were like together for 10 years, you shouldn't be grieving for 5 years, you're saying.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But then saying that, it did take like Liam Neeson 15 years to shack up with Pamela Anderson, which
I'm so happy for him. This is such a side thing. First of all, I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for her. I am so happy that his late wife's sister, right? Is that correct? Came out and was like, I'm fully in support of this. This is great. She would have loved this. Everyone is happy. Okay. I love it. And this is nothing on their age, but I love it when like an older couple, an experienced, a wizened couple finds each other later in life. It just tickles me. I adore it. I think it's the most beautiful thing ever.
It is. And it kind of, I don't know, it's just, it makes the whole happy ending in Love Actually with Liam Neeson's character feel real a little bit.
I literally was about to say the same thing.
Claudia Schiffer, like kind of like similar.
Yes. What is it? Oh, bye, baby, goodbye, bye. Oh my God, I love Love Actually. I don't care if it's problematic. I know it's problematic. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I love it. Let me love my holiday movies. Okay.
My friend constantly gets roasted every year because he has tradition of watching it.
Yes, because it's tradition.
Totally not a Love Actually person, but it is like one of those traditional things. But yeah, one of the things that's entered the vernacular recently is I hate Uncle Jamie, which is just the most random throwaway line.
Uncle Jamie. It's so good. Like there are so many times in my life with my husband where we will say something like, oh, can you feel it? It's like, I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. It's such a bop. I love that movie so much. Justice for, I forget the actor's name. See, I'm a terrible fan. Justice for Snape's wife.
Oh, Emma Thompson.
Justice for Emma Thompson. She deserved better.
We love Alan Rickman. Rest in peace. But
yes,
God damn it, he was a piece of shit.
What a sleaze bag that guy. What a sleaze bag. Anyway, Gwen is a woman about town. She's busy. Bob is still mourning. I don't blame him. But also, if I'm Ronnie and I have a house guest, and that house guest is a weepy Bob, I'm probably not so happy either. I'm like, get this man out of my house, please.
Yep. Oh, it was so sad as well when he talked about like, oh, I don't think we have any clean rooms. I'll take a dirty room. And I hope that doesn't sound as sad as it makes me feel.
It is so sad. Can we just talk about? Okay, I do need to shout out how truly, truly awful it is when Roland is like, when Roland has to pretend to be a woman. And Bob is going to pick her up. And he goes, hi, I'm Gwen. And Bob just starts crying. He's like, you had to pick Gwen? He's like, oh, hi, I'm Ronnie. That's my friend Gwen.
It's the worst. He's actually the worst. I just love it. You do get people like that just can't improv like something on the fly. Like you ask them to think on their feet and they just go to like the first thing that's immediate and stupid. But of course, like it was Bob's cry that made that so funny.
I can't breathe. It's really
it was so
sad.
good. I feel like they kind of just like set up this whole situation for these like because like Chris Elliott and Eugene Levy were in like the improv troops like back up in Canada like years and years ago. So like I feel like they've written this and they've just gone cook, like enjoy, have fun together. It's very much like the whole like golfing situation where they just go right, have fun with this. And I imagine perhaps the script was maybe a little loosey goosey. Maybe they like had an idea. Maybe there were different jokes each and every time. So yeah, I'd love to see the behind the scenes of this particular episode because I feel like that'd be really strong.
It was really great. It really felt like all the characters were firing on all cylinders in this little quartet. They were really fun. Okay, do we want to pivot to Alexis or David and Patrick next?
I don't know. What are you feeling? Like, are you feeling emotional plot progressing, kind of like story mood, or are you feeling like talking about people who are like, you know,
let's do the heavy stuff first, so we can end on like the happier, lighter note.
End on the whiskey.
End on the whiskey, baby, and Patrick's lips. So Alexis, I mean, she's really finding success, right? She's the one who coordinated the Croning thing. Interflix is so happy with her because they're getting more and more hits as a result of this video going viral. I think they did such a lovely job when Moira gets on the morning show and she has her little cue cards up, right? I love Alexis. And I appreciate that. Again, if we are going back to like season 1 Alexis, it's no question like she's not moving, you know, I guess I'm of two minds, right? She has never cared more about a relationship than she does right now with Ted. But also she's actually doing something she cares about in a career and she's very successful at it. So she's really caught in a really tough spot. And you can sense that she wants to stay, but she doesn't want to disappoint Ted. And she's like, I've already put it off a month, right? Like I can't deny him again. She must
harbor like so much guilt because not only has she delayed it a month, but also I imagine there is obviously the lingering guilt of everything that came before. Like I know that obviously everything is probably forgiven between them, but I can't imagine that like Alexis, who seems to be a bit more attuned to other people's feelings, is probably thinking, oh shit, I've already messed Ted around so much in life in general. And now I'm doing this. And for her to like, I think, be a bit cognizant of it this time, I think makes so much more sense, which kind of lends itself to the fact that she is willing to go along with it. Like she's conflicted, but she is really struggling. Like I think like Alexis in the past would just run away from the situation. Whereas now we're seeing like this growth and we're seeing her really kind of like struggle. It's great character work and showing like how much she's grown. But equally, I'm like, oh, I don't want Alexis to feel bad. Like she's doing well. Like she's thriving in this. Like she's doing great marketing, but also like great public relations with the spin aspect of it. She's doing great Moira management with the like placards and the whole like stop talking about Interflix, like move on from streaming, which was like totally like no one else would have known to like prepare that instruction specifically. So it must be so difficult because this is something that she's worked for. Like she's paid her, like she saved up her money from like working with Ted to like pay for her education, go out, get her what's it, not degree, the graduate high school.
Oh yeah, her GED.
And then she went to college afterwards. Like she's actually gone out and done all of that. She got her thing in like pubic relations. She's done it all off on her own back. So like it's not something vapid. It's like this is a real thing that she's having to sacrifice, and it's a great quandary to put her in because it's the guilt and everything with Ted, and obviously the fact that she loves him, versus the thing that she's been actively working towards for 3 freaking seasons at this point, and is doing great at. Oh, it's so tough.
Yeah, because we all really love Ted, right? And so that's the other thing. But obviously, this long distance thing is difficult enough as it is. Their time zones are very different. They're both very busy with work. And so even finding time to connect has been difficult. And good on Ted for realizing, like, you know, she's not going to be happy if she gets here. Like, the dorms are being like overridden with red ants that bite. Like, nothing is going to be to her satisfaction. And on top of that, I'd be pulling her away from a job that seems to be taking off. And her job, her specific type of job, is very much strike while the iron is hot. Like, you are in these people's minds currently. You are at the top of their mind right now. You won't always be, you know, like, you are notorious right now for this viral video. It won't always be that way. You have to, like, take advantage when you can. And I love that they're both thinking the same thing, but Ted is the one who, like, lets her off the hook, essentially. Because if he doesn't say, don't come, do you think she goes? Like, do you think she actually leaves if he doesn't say not to?
I feel like she was certainly going to bring it up. I was going to try and talk to him about it. And I think maybe, I don't know, explain the situation and see whether between the two of them they could arrive at something. I think that there was an element to her having kind of like maybe 50% being on board with, like, telling him, no, I don't think I can come now, but also wanting, I don't know, to talk to him about it so that he could convince her that that's the right thing to do, like, to get that assurance. So for Ted to nominate that out of the blue is so freeing. Like, I mean, there's a reason why she completely stopped dead on the call. It was just, like, frozen in shock, because it was kind of like, wow, he is really being attentive to what her actual needs are. He's giving her what she wants. But it's also tinged with the fact that she's not going to see him for ages as well. Like, I think there is the way in which Annie Murphy plays it in that whole moment is so great, because I think you see all elements of that that revelation, that decision, is that she is relieved, but she's also very upset because, I mean, she's not going to see Ted for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. She's in a really tough spot. And especially because the long distance thing has been so difficult for them, right? I feel like every episode it's not like they're bickering. It's more so they're struggling with being able to connect. And, like, you see Ted even apologizing here, like, I'm so sorry, like, I know I've missed a couple of our calls. And when there's multiple times, even this episode alone, where as they're saying goodbye, only one of them has, like, said something and the call has ended. So it's really tough. As much as I love Alexis and Ted together as a couple, I think Moira says it best when earlier in the episode, when she's like, you have your pick of the litter right now. Like, this is your time to shine. These people absolutely adore you. You could do whatever you want and know that you'll succeed in it. That's not a small thing for Alexis. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm happy that this is the kind of where she lands. And I'm really happy that Ted is someone who's on board with it and is the one to suggest it. That's really selfless of him. Not that we were surprised that Ted is selfless, but it is still nice to see. And I'm very curious as to what she would have done had he not been the one to propose it in the first place, you know?
Yeah. Could have been quite interesting to see how that conversation would have gone, whether it would have, I think in a lesser show, it would have led to that conversation. It would have led to, like, some sort of argument. And then the freeing aspect comes from the fact that, well, I'm angry at him now, and therefore I'm not going to go. Like, I like the fact that this is showing the struggles with long distance relationships that aren't, oh, I'm worried they're cheating. Oh, I'm worried what's going on here and there, or we're arguing. Like, it comes down to just the difficulties that come with caring for someone who is not available and around, and, like, wanting to be around them. And then the practicalities of, like, missing each other and playing a bit of, like, Skype ping pong, which it seems to be that they're going through. So on that sense, it's really refreshing. But also, how dare they? Because it pulls at the emotional heartstrings. Like, it's awful.
They're manipulating our emotions, and they know it.
How dare they? But Moira was an absolute treat. Like the advice she gave, or at least she didn't give much advice really. It was just
she told one side of her options and then was like, "Oh, this is a quandary."
Exactly. But like I feel like she's the way in which she really acknowledged that like Alexis's feelings for why she wants to stay are entirely valid. And especially the way in which she revealed like all the flowers were for Alexis, except for that one set. But like the way in which it was done, it was like really kind of I got a real sense of pride coming from Moira,
Yes.
which, given that she doesn't even know Alexis's middle name, is quite
Or her phone
again
number.
another leap.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
I thought that was really sweet, that whole scene.
Yeah, totally agree. Anything else on Alexis and Moira and Ted before we jump over to talk about whiskey?
I can think of just the usual. Oh my god! Actually, no. Yes, the one thing, Alexis coming on not being mic'd. Funny joke, like of course. But then the pouting afterwards. Yeah, exactly.
She always makes those same faces, and every time they get me, they're so funny.
Yeah, so sweet.
Okay, so David and Patrick have ordered a coffee table. Jake comes over, delivers it, kisses David full on the mouth.
They're still doing that, it seems.
Oh, the coffee table really brings out your lips. Or no, sorry, the sweater really brings out your lips. I don't disagree.
I love it. You were like, let's leave it until the end to talk about the whiskey. No. Let's leave the objectification of Patrick until the end, so we can sandwich this episode at the beginning and the end with just some absolute adoration of Patrick. His lips.
This time he's wearing like a turquoise sweater, and it is beautiful on him. It looks lovely.
Turquoise is a shade of
like a blue-green. It's like there's a hint of green in there. A hint of green. I love that Patrick is the one like, oh, well, maybe we should go over to get a whiskey. And I love David comparing it to like, that's like saying I'm just going to put stuff in my cart and not actually buy it, which is both hilarious. And also I don't relate at all. I constantly put stuff in my cart to be like, maybe later. And then,
oh, really?
Yeah. I don't always buy everything in my cart.
If something goes in my basket, it gets ordered eventually. Like it might sit in there for a while, but it'll get ordered.
There are things that could be in my save for later in Amazon for years.
Okay. We are just two fundamentally different people, Jess. I mean,
it's really, you know what it is? Because it's like, oh, I want that, but like maybe I'll wait for a special occasion to order it, or maybe I want to tell someone I want it for my birthday, or you know what I mean? Like it's one of those type of situations.
Yeah. I can get that, yeah.
But yeah, I love that Patrick is the one who's like, hey, maybe we should go get a whiskey.
I kind of felt like this whole storyline was so refreshing because it was kind of great to have, again, not the typical thing of jealousy fueling. It was just a bit of curiosity of just like, oh, there is that open. And David like presented it, saw that there were like no attachments to it. And the both of them were like, we're not against that. So maybe it is an option going there. And I kind of like the fact that they're just presenting that as it is. And it's like a really kind of like normal thing because like relationships are a normal thing that do occur and can work. They're not this like dated thing of like open relationships are just a way for people to cheat. Shut up, stupid. Like it's not that. It is just a different way in which people communicate sexually. So like allow them to do it. So like I love the fact that it was just framed as that. And it came from a bit of a we're more curious and actually bought into this and them exploring the boundaries of their relationship together. And I liked it when they kind of like came up against that boundary, which apparently is more than 3 people.
Yeah. First of all, some of the lines of David saying Jake is nobody's ex and everybody's ex. And also, if we're going to have a whiskey with someone, Jake would be the perfect person to do it with because he literally doesn't care about anything. I I almost read it as an I don't know exactly if it is like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of people here. Like, definitely not. This is way more than we were thinking it was going to be. Or if it was also like, oh, we're not that special. he's how many people did he say this to during the day? He's like, oh, I was just gonna hang in for the night. Like, if you want to come over and have a whiskey. Did he say this to every customer he dropped off a woodworking piece for today? Like, truly, he was dropping some wood today all over town. Just like, come on and have a whiskey.
I do love that. Get a coffee table and invite for a massage circle.
Exactly.
Stevie turning up was, for me, the funniest thing in this entire episode, because it was kind of like, you know, when you've got like an idea of like how this could escalate, and like that was in the back of the mind. And then when Stevie did, I was like, yes, this is exactly what I want to happen from this. And of course, the way in which I love it when David gets to play these kind of like, I'm in on the joke a little bit more than other people in this conversation. So like him having a smidge of not power, but just, you know, like kind of elevated understanding of the context of things, and him having that smirk on his face is just impeccable. Like Dan Levy's brilliant at doing that. And yeah, when Stevie is not embarrassed, but like they acknowledge the awkwardness, but Stevie
what
was
are
like,
you
no,
here?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like turns it around on them. It's completely confident in who she is and what she's up to. And it's like, yeah, still got half a drink. Maybe I'll finish it and maybe I'll see you later. It's like, we won't see you later. And she's like, no, you won't.
Okay, bye. Yeah. It was so good. The repeated digs at Patrick's shirt also, just like, oh, I didn't know we were bringing our friends. Does it come in an adult size? You should open the door because your arms are out already. Your shirt needs to, what is it? The only thing that's complicated is the length of your sleeves. Go long, go short, just pick one.
It's just the reaction when it comes out. It's like, didn't know we were bringing our friends tonight. It was just immediately from that moment on, it was like, okay, great, we're doing this. So good.
It's so funny. You think you're up for the massage circle. Like, it's just, oh, it's so funny. And like you said, I love the show constantly defies expectations when it comes to sitcoms and how they will handle storylines, right? In a normal sitcom, one of them is getting jealous. One of them is going to get upset and they're going to leave. Instead, they're both so overwhelmed by the sheer number of people that are in this room, including one of their best friends. Like, it's perfect. It's everything. It's incredible. I love this. They're like, this was too much. This was, we were not prepared for the number of people that were here. I love it. I think it was incredible. I love Patrick. I love David. Also, David's hair, incredible. It had height. It had volume. It had body. I was here for it.
I mean, David, duly prepared. He moisturized with, what was it, like a leather scented moisturizer?
Yeah. So like, it was like a body moisturizer, and Patrick is like, you moisturized your body? He's like, well,
yeah. It's like a slip and slide.
Now I'm picturing on Survivor when they have a challenge where they have to like lube up their body. It's like shiny.
The one from Australia versus one where they're literally just dunking their butts in the big like bucket of water before going down it. It's so silly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I love this storyline. And I think, like I said, it makes you love David and Patrick as a couple even more. I especially love when David is reintroducing Jake to Patrick and calls him his boyfriend, and Patrick's like, fiance. Did you forget? It's so good. This coffee table really brings out your lips. So love it.
Stupid.
I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Anything else before we dive into some feedback that we have gotten?
No, I think we covered that one probably as best we can.
I don't know. I could talk about Patrick for a little bit more if you really want to.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, we could just keep talking about Patrick, but
so good looking. I can't. Okay, into the feedback from Nathaniel. Just wanted to say hi. As you're sailing through the 6th season of Schitt's Creek, I discovered you while going through my nth rewatch, and it's just so nice to hear you guys talk about each episode extensively. By the way, Jess, your voice really kind of sounds the same as Alexis's, especially that time you were singing a little bit Alexis. Well, Nathaniel, that is probably because we are both millennial women and have a little bit of a vocal fry and both say like a zillion times a second. So that's my assumption, at least. Stuart, this will mean absolutely Lamborghini. This will mean nothing to you, Stuart, as you are not from America. But I have been told that I do have my accent sounds a little bit Midwestern at times. Yeah, which apparently is a regional thing. I did Google it once, and it's a particular spot of in New York where I live. There's this like regional dialect that gives a little Midwestern twang.
Midwestern. I have no bearing of where that is. Like I hear about it all the time.
Fargo is like far Midwest. Like, oh geez.
That's like a specific. Wait, you sound like. Wait, hold on. Do you sound like
I
that?
do say geez a lot. But
you do a bit.
I think the bigger thing is I do not sound. I mean, what people would assume is New York, which is just downstate New York.
I'm walking here and look like stereotypes there. Yeah,
I'm Sammy. So thank you so much, Nathaniel. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the crew. Happy to have you along for the ride.
I love that it's an nth rewatch because everyone who has like rewatched this show has lost count because it's been watched things so many times. Yeah, I can't wait to get to that point where I can
such a comfort show.
Rewatch it.
Yeah. We got a message from Aaron, which I was warned not to click on the spoiler tags for, and I did because you can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad, and also I have seen the show, so there is nothing that you could possibly say that I wouldn't already know about the show, so I wasn't worried about being spoiled about anything, Aaron. So I did click this spoiler text.
Wow.
And Aaron says the following. This is the only episode that I don't actively hate Bob. He is actually hilarious. The sobbing is proper funny. Oh, proper funny. Also loved proper. Well, she's Australian, so how do they say it?
Proper?
Proper. I don't know. Also loved. I'm so sorry, Aaron. Loved the role play scene. Ronnie and Roland, top tier material. Aaron, why would you try to hate your love of Bob? Like, maybe it's the only episode that I love Bob. Maybe that's where she didn't want me to see that.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what she's trying to hide. Because not everyone does like Bob, it seems. What I've come to understand from expanding my horizon out from just your opinion on Schitt's Creek, Jess, is that Bob actually isn't universally loved, and the Bob job is not universally acknowledged either.
Yes,
seems to be a very small portion of the Schitt's Creek community that really acknowledge and
I reject
love Bob.
this.
Facts are facts. Just saying.
And opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has
stinky. Oh, okay.
Incredible. We also got a message from Libby. Hi, Jess and Stuart. First, I'm compelled to defend the David storyline in the second episode, aka the wedding the bed one.
Yes.
I can see where it's not for everyone, but personally like that it deals with bedwetting, a pretty taboo topic, and seeing Patrick be protective of David. The way he stares down Moira and Alexis until they delete the video is great. That's what makes the storyline work for me. As far as this episode goes, I really appreciated the baby conversation. So this email was sent in after the last one with the I'm a hungry hippo. So often we see this huge drama about it, then the other partner changes their mind. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Big Bang Theory, etc. I love that Patrick's just happy being with David, whatever that looks like. Yeah, I totally agree.
I kind of agree. Yeah, like obviously, like kind of like when bed thing can be quite blasé, and like if we are to be like, I don't know, put the serious caps on and not the comedy kind of light TV show caps, like serious thing that does like affect people. So it was really refreshing to get Patrick be really defensive. Admittedly not the best defensive in buying crinkly like plastic
mattress
sheets
protector.
Afterwards.
Yeah.
But it was like the staring down and forcing them to remove the video after like they're like yeah, and then just putting it down and like no, remove it.
Yeah, actually delete it. I'm going to sit here until you do it. Yeah. I don't mind it. I think it's just for some people it's a little too cringy, which I totally understand. But I like what Libby is saying about the baby conversation because it's so common that it's like, oh, I just changed my mind. Now I want to have a kid. And it's like, that's not fair. Can we have the other person change their mind and say, no, being with you is just enough? Like, not just enough, but like, I no longer, I understand your point of view. I don't want to have a kid, you know, can we, because that is common. I think because society pressures us as human beings to reproduce. When we are kids, we are incepted with that of like, we all should have kids. We all should have 1 million kids. But as you get older, you change your mind.
It's often the thing, like, isn't it? Though, it's said to people, it's like, oh, when you're older and you've got kids of your own, it's like, whoa, assumption much. Like, nah, not happening.
Yeah.
Certainly not for me. I do not want them. I don't want little mini-me's running around terrorizing the internet. No, go away.
I've often said I'd be very scared for anything that's going to have like 50% of my genetics. Like, they're just going to be so messed up. Like, truly, like, poor anxious kid. Poor little anxious baby. Anyway. All that stuff rolls downhill.
Would you plan it like to get a Leo baby, just out of curiosity?
First of all, ain't no way I'm allowing myself to not be. Ain't no way I'm not allowing there to be another Leo. No, wait.
So many double negatives. Ain't no way I'm
have a Leo baby.
That
is the point. Because I can be the only Leo in my household. You can't have more than one.
Oh, you got to focus. Yeah.
Mess up the balance of the universe.
Such a Moira. Such a star of the family, aren't
you? Also, not like, just to talk about this for a second. Leos are born in August, late July or early August. I do not want to be pregnant in the high heat of the summer. Okay. Like, there are other reasons. Mostly that.
What's it? I remember, so Deborah Wild, the voice actress for Lae'zel in Baldur's Gate 3. Follow her on TikTok. She's incredible. She's really funny. But yeah, she had a baby and she talked about the optimal time to be pregnant. And it was like towards the end of summer or like midsummer is when you want to fall pregnant. So then you can have like hot girl summer. And then when you start showing chunky knits, eat whatever you like, you're over the sickness part of it, and like you can just like scoff
so you want to just be starting to be pregnant in the beginning of summer? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And then like by the time that you're like ready to pop,
it's like
pre-summer, kid comes out.
Yeah. I've heard of people like planning it so that like, oh, I'm going to have the baby in June so that I can have the summer off for like maternity leave if you're here in the States and only get 12 weeks or whatever the hell. I've heard of that. My mom, in fact, my mom is a Virgo, which, if you know a Virgo, you know. She planned it so that they were, didn't have a ton of money, and she planned it so that she never had to buy a winter coat to accommodate a pregnant belly. So she was like
clever,
she was not pregnant enough to require new winter clothing, essentially, which I was like, that's pretty smart. But yeah, no, poor Brenna. Shout out to our listener and friend Brenna, who was super pregnant in like the biggest heat wave we have had in New York for a while. So feel bad for her because she didn't have a Leo baby, unfortunately. I was rooting for it, but that also would have involved her being pregnant for longer. So I wasn't rooting that hard for it because I love and appreciate her. She had a cancer baby, which is fine. My dad's a cancer. It's okay. Cancer men can be tricky.
Okay. I have no idea. You say these words, and I'm like, sure.
The girlies who get it.
For all I care about. Like, I'm like, oh, great.
I'm going to say this just if you hate astrology, feel free to tune out. Skip ahead 30 seconds. Like, I'm not offended if you don't like it. Don't harsh people's buzz if they do like it, because it's just fun times. Okay. I'm not like living and dying by this. No, my top, if I had to choose, if I had a baby, what astrological sign I would want it to have. My top are I love a Virgo, like a huge Virgo fan. So Virgo would be high on that list. I'm not low on Taurus. I get along well with earth signs. So I feel like earth signs would be good. Capricorn is a little bit much for me. I don't want a fellow fire sign in this household. Okay. Aries, get out of here with that energy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Air signs, I can mess with a little bit, but my husband's a Libra, and if we had a second Libra in this household, I may jump off a cliff. Like, I don't think we could survive because no one's making any decisions anywhere. I'm the only one, which, now that I say it, might be the right call. But either way, that's it. That's the whole thing. No Leos. Absolutely not. Not happening. No, thank you. I'm the only one. Thank you very much for my TED Talk.
Totally over my head. Didn't understand.
Stuart's a Sagittarius, for anyone who didn't know. There you go.
Apparently it means I'm fiery. I don't know what that means. I'm a fire sign on a fire moon something. I don't know. Why is the moon on fire? I don't know.
The moon is on fire. The whole world is on fire right now.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, let's get into our ratings.
Oh yeah,
I've
we're
already
doing this podcast.
we're still talking about the podcast. I already said Ronnie is my simply the best, my MVP. She has earned it. She is the best. She does incredible work this episode. Shouts to Ronnie. She's getting my point.
Oh, it's a really good and compelling point. Ronnie does have a really strong one. I do think, though, Ted and Alexis had a really strong moment. I kind of feel like Jake had a really strong moment. He managed to pull an entire group of people together, including David, Patrick, and Stevie, for a massage circle potentially in one day. That's impressive, and I feel like that needs to be like shouted out. But I think I'm going to give it to Alexis. I feel like, a
little bit Alexis.
A little bit of a sad note, perhaps. She wasn't quite able to teleport Ted out of that shirt, but I feel like she had some real success with her career. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she needs to pick me up because I didn't project things going well for Ted and Alexis. And so I'm like, I feel like I need to get ahead of it and give her a point for that.
Okay. The disgruntled pelican. I don't know that there are a ton of options this episode. Like, who is bad? Who is having a bad episode in this episode? You know,
I mean, there's always the case for Roland, because Roland, although he was very funny.
I just think he made me laugh so much, though, that I don't want to penalize him this episode because of the fact that him saying Gwen twice is probably a big enough reason to give him minus points. But
I think for me, there's an obvious answer. I'm going to give mine to Johnny.
I knew it was coming
because he had the worst game. Like, his whole pickup technique was awful, and he did a really piss poor job at explaining what he was doing. If he just come clean and was like, "Oh no, sorry, it was a really bad dating thing. We're trying to make Bob seem really kind of attractive. He's a lovely guy. Why don't you go talk to him?" Done.
The lady is like, "You were laughing at me. I hate you."
Yeah. Although saying that, if someone's laughing, don't assume that people are laughing at you.
They were looking directly at her and laughing, so I don't blame her for thinking that. Here's the other thing, though. I think the real reason that he deserves the disgruntled pelican, which I will come on board and agree, is the suit that's too small. Like, my guy, truly, I don't understand. Why? And this bar, the whimpering, whatever the heck, I forget the name of the bar. It's not a place that requires a suit anyway. You know what I mean? You can wear jeans and a flannel and fit right on in. Why is it that he needs to wear a suit?
Makes him stand out,
in a bad way. Man can't wear a suit that can't fit. What are you talking about? Stop it. A nice suit, an ill-fitting nice suit is worse than no suit at all.
Yeah, I agree. Although I feel like there was an aspect of that where we're body shaming Johnny for just being short compared to
No, it's just that I wouldn't wear clothes of a person that's 6 inches shorter than me.
That's Bob's thing for agreeing, or at least accepting that advice.
Bob is sad. He will agree to anything. He's taking advice from his friends. We cannot blame him. He's grieving. Okay, have some sympathy.
Bob.
Have some sympathy for Bob. Anyway, I love him so much.
While we're talking about the talent scene, so I only found this out recently. So the bottles of beer that they always have on the show, I can't remember the name of it.
They have a dog on them, don't they?
Yeah, it's Dan Levy's dog, who sad times I found out died because obviously.
Well, of course, this show is
but not when the show was active, and the dog is adorable.
Stop it! I'm gonna die because that is so cute and adorable. I love that. What is the dog's name?
I'm just about to find out. Redmond. Oh. And the beer label is I think it's called RFD. Okay, that could have gone real bad for a second. Okay. No, it's called Man's Best Beer.
Oh, he's so cute. That's so cute. Oh, that's adorable. I can't handle that right now, but that's so cute and I love that. Okay. Are you ready to tier rank the episode?
Yeah. Spoilers, said it earlier. Hot shit for me. Top of the list. This was, I think, one of the better episodes of Schitt's Creek. And I'm really hoping you don't disagree.
I don't, you know what? I wasn't coming in here necessarily thinking that, but after having talked about it and talked about all 3 storylines, I love all of them. I think they're all great. And I think the show doesn't always know where to place every character to like get the most bang for their buck, if that makes sense. And I feel like they utilized every character perfectly in this episode. But the thing is it better than the premiere? Because I would argue it's not. That's the Crow-Enang premiere we're talking about. Hungry, Hungry Hippo. Is it better than Hungry, Hungry Hippo?
I feel like it's comparing apples and oranges, which I know is a weird thing to say because we're comparing just 2 episodes of TV. But like, Hungry Hungry Hippos is an iconic moment. The Crow-Enang premiere, iconic moment.
Yeah.
2 diamonds, not in the rough, but like 2 standout moments. Whereas I feel like this was just more consistently really, really good. So it's like it's 2 different approaches.
Yeah.
I want to weigh like one above the other. Oh, no, because we can't have them draw. They can't. Like, we have to pick a
We
favorite.
have to pick.
I'll let you pick, Jess.
I think the premiere is better. I personally
Shocking.
just
I
think
disagree, but you're the worst.
it's more iconic. Like to have the crows attacking, like Patrick and David are high as kites, like the baby thing, the Hungry Hungry Hippo. All of it is just so funny. Ronnie in her dress and Roland in his skinny jeans. Like I just think it's a little bit more iconic and memorable.
Yeah, I think it is neck and neck though, if I'm entirely honest. Yeah.
So that's where we landed. And that's what we've got this week. Do you want to know the next episode's title?
It'd be awful if I said no. So yeah, you may as well.
We'll be joined by our Canadian friend, Dr. Melissa, to discuss season 6, episode 7, Moira Rose.
I feel like I've heard this like before. Like obviously Rose, like I don't know. Mm-hmm. Is it gonna be a return of the fruit wine? Are they gonna name like a wine after her or something? I don't know, a Herflinger?
Herblinger.
If we get a return of that, I'd love it. If we get like another advert, maybe another ad read. Oh yes, that'd be awesome.
See. That'll be next week.
We'll see.
As we'll be halfway through the final season. Oh, it hurt me to say. It really felt like painful.
Are you sure it's halfway, Jess?
I know how to math. Know how to maths. Anyway, yeah, that's everything. Anything else you want to talk about, Stuart? Any life gossip going on? No, nothing.
I mean, like, started watching Gilmore Girls. It's autumn. Like, the heat wave over here is over. I've declared it's autumn. People are telling me I have to wait for people's birthdays before it's officially autumn. Don't care. I'm lighting pumpkin scented candles. It's autumn in my house, bitches. Get with the program.
You can declare it autumn after my birthday's over. I don't care. Even though for me, September is when autumn hits. Because where I grew up, September is back to school. So September is autumn.
So to pull the curtain back, everyone, it's the 20th of August. I am declaring it is September. Like Stuart in my mind, it is September. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome
We're
to
just skipping the final 10-ish days.
Yeah. Welcome to the minus 10th of September, everyone. We're here.
Incredible. Listen, you're not going to hear me putting up a fight. I love the fall. I'm very excited for fall. Autumn, as you say, which is a nicer word. I grew up saying fall. It's like when I can't call dinner supper because it's just not in my lexicon, you know.
There must be a version of it. It's like, the British call it autumn because that's the name of the season for whatever the etymology is. And then it's just like, we call it fall because the leaves fall. Like that TikTok lady has definitely recorded that. Yeah, it's true. Oh my gosh. So we'll be back next week with season 6, episode 7, Moira Rose. And until then, everyone, warmest regards and best wishes.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free. Select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams. One coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 8/21 through 9/3.